white women. American slavery is why I love white women. Race is a big deal for me. And then when I got out of high school, I started dating white women, and I started to learn history too. And the more I learn about history of America, the Black Panthers, my dad, he was a Black Panther. He was very much into blackness. The 70s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, and I grew up in the 90s. So I could say that growing up in the 90s, race was cool. My family, we black folks. I'm definitely a 100% nigga. I'm a proud nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm an American Negro. But I call myself a nigga. Meaning I got knowledge and I know what time it is when it comes to race. If you say Native American around my dad, he's going to say, oh yeah, we're Blackfoot. He says it automatically. My dad, he was born in Mississippi. He remembers having to leave and come to Indiana, come to Indianapolis. I guess they already had people here. They already had connections here. He remembers being driven out of Mississippi because of race. And he's never been back to Mississippi ever since then. He's never been back. After he left Mississippi, he never went back. So just coming up here, and I would say here in Indianapolis, it's not as racist as most people think it is. It's really not as racist as most people think it is. It's really not. I would say your city is probably more racist than here. Like compared to Chicago's and LA, New York, where they have neighborhoods where everybody's kind of segregated. It's not like that here. The South Side, when you think of racist Indianapolis, you're probably thinking of the South Side. That's probably where it would be. At the South Side or probably the North Side. No, but the South Side is where you got the real racists. It's what they would call rednecks or hicks or whatever. But I would say, and for the most part, everybody's cool. And on the South Side, there's a lot of black people on the South Side too. Really, there's black people everywhere in Indianapolis. It's not what people think it is. Like, people who don't live here, they just think that people walking around with Klan robes and Klan hoodies and everything. No black person here in Indianapolis is worried about the Klan at all. We ain't worried about the Klan. We ain't thinking about the Klan. None of that. Nobody thinks about that shit. And for the most part, I would say white people are cool here. For the most part, like the kids I went to school with, the teachers, the neighbors, just being out and about. I would say everybody's pretty cool here, and plenty black people. We 300,000 strong, and that's just us. Then you add in the Africans and the Caribbean people who just really got here in like the 2000s. It's right after 2000. That's when the Hispanics came. You got Mexicans, a lot of Nicaraguans here, a lot of Nicaraguans, a lot. I be trying to holler at the Nicaraguan women. You got Africans, you got Caribbean people, Haitian people, Jamaicans, you got Asians, a lot of Indians too, the East Indians, a lot of Hindu people. Because in the 90s, it was just all black people, black and white people. But just being a black man here in Indiana, and just knowing the American history that I know, learning the history of America, learning the history of slavery, Jim Crow, learning world history. I just love history. But that's what also makes me attracted to white women. Just our differences, how different we are. We're the same. People are people. It don't matter the color. It doesn't matter the color at all. But if you want to talk America and you want to talk history, slavery, race does matter. So I love white women, and that's where my attraction comes from. And I love to holler at white women here in Indianapolis. I love traveling around Indiana to go meet white women. And I don't go everywhere, but a lot of places I won't go here in Indy. A lot of places I won't go in Indiana. No, but I've been to a lot of places. I've been to a lot of small towns here. And I've met some nice women on the south side. That's where I met my very first older white woman, 65 years old. Very nice woman. Her husband, he looked me up on Yahoo Chat. I was in a Yahoo chat room, Indiana Yahoo chat room on Yahoo Messenger for all my old school people. And the white man, he met me. He's 71 years old. And he's like, hey, you want to meet my 65-year-old wife? You know, he's on the south side. Yeah, I'll meet her. You know, she was a good-looking woman, too. Real good-looking woman. And I used to have some fun with her. And really, that's where it began. I had been with older white women prior to that, but that's the only married couple I met, too, because I'm not into the married couple shit. I like to meet the woman one-on-one, but it all depends, too, on the vibe. If there's any way that I can meet a woman to where her husband's not around, then I don't know, because I'm just not into that. Even though I like the Cuck lifestyle and all that stuff, I like to watch the content on it and stuff like that, but I like my white women. I'm just me and her. But meeting that married couple, that was really great. I was able to meet a lot more women around that same age range. You know, the 60-year-old women are great. And I have a really good friend, too. So, 70-year-old woman, that's a great love, too. Just on a friend. I've never slept with a woman that age, but, just the wisdom and the talking to and just keeping in touch with her is all good. But yeah, the 60-year-old women, I really like the 60-year-old women, the 50-year-old women. And then once you get beyond that, though, the 50 years old, 40-year-old women are cool. I've had 40-year-old women, 30, but I don't know, it's something about 50-year-old women and up. I've always just gotten the best kind of vibe, the 50-year-old women and up. So, and that plays into the taboo of race and the history of America. Having an older white woman and you're a younger black man, that's hot. That's very hot. And I love the taboo. It just all plays into the history of America. And that's what I love about white women.